Rebels. The fullback in number 1 is Harry O'Brien. In 2 is Cameron Anderson. 3, Nangagara Barker. Number 4, Harry Van Dale. Number 5 is Drew Matthew.
Hello and welcome to Maitland Sports Ground here. A beautiful spring night. We're about to get underway with the Newcastle Rebels taking on the combined affiliate states in a representative fixture. Pretty much to cap off the end of the year. G'day, it's Paul Arundel and Chris McPherson in commentary this afternoon or this evening. Good evening, Chris.
Evening, Paul. Beautiful night for it. I don't think we could have got better weather.
Yeah, it's been very warm in Newcastle today and we're only moments away from kick-off. So once play gets underway, we'll go through the team list. They've rushed things through this afternoon. Anyway. And the referee calls time on and we're underway in the representative fixture. And it'll be the CAS, or Combined Affiliate States, will bring it up first. And a good first up carry up to the 20. The Combined Affiliate States in the sky blue. The Newcastle Rebels in the dark blue or navy blue with the red numbers. It's already going to be a challenge for us commentary team tonight. And also a good start here by CAS. They're almost up to the 40. A couple of good runs. We'll go through the Combined Affiliate States shortly as that kicks inside the 40. Sending down. Anderson's got a bit of work to do and he picks it up on the 10. Cameron Anderson from the Butcher Boys. He runs straight into the tackler of Joshua Benjamin in jersey 15. Not a bad haircut he's got there. We'll go through the home side, the Newcastle Rebels. At fullbacks, Harry O'Brien. The wingers are Cameron Anderson and Marlu Fiu. In the centres, we have Nangara Barker and Harry Van Dardel. The halves are Daniel Langbridge and Nash Birch. The forwards are Bobby Tracy, Cameron King, Nick Lawrence. Back rowers, Tyler Carter and Reed Outchin, Ryan Glanville. On the bench, we have Gregory Morris, Connor Kirkwood, Dominic Murphy, Ross Hadel, Tom Madden and John Toliafoa. That's the Newcastle Rebels as Langbridge gets the kick away. I think it was just onside the 40. And Jordan Stringer will give the ball away to the player in jersey 9, Dan Cheng, or Dane Cheng I should say, and he's been hit heavily. Good evening, Chris. I'll let you go through the combined affiliate states.
And the affiliated states, at fullback is Jordan Stringer. The wingers in 9, Dane Chang. 5 is Logan Barclay. The centres in the 3 is Junior Tellini. 4 is Tian Wilkins. The halves, 6, Marcus Kaponga, and 7, Eddie Proudler. The front row is 8, Tui Missy, and 10, Adam Hall. The hooker in 2 is James Aspton. The back row in 15, Josh Benjamin. 23 is Brandon Wright, and 13 is Bjorn Crotty. On the bench we have 19, Brad Sharpham. 21, Trent Trotter. 22, Ethan Schober. 14, Shay Arfook. 18, Rudy Missy. 11, Josh Fato Tuafuti. And that wraps up the affiliated state side as we see coming a dummy up and coming the blind side here. A bit of miscommunication there, Paul.
Yeah, Dane Chang, he's been busy early, but it's been cleaned up by Proudler. Eddie Proudler. He's been on Bar TV before, as many of the Newcastle Rebels players have been. It's a good run here from Wilkins. Tian Wilkins, he's been driven back to the 30, still going back. So a good defence there from the Rebels.
As you touched on there, Proudler, a South African international as of this year. I think you might have had the pleasure of calling them in their World Cup qualifier.
Yeah, down at Ringrose Park, Wentworthville's home ground.
Yeah, up against the Cook Islands, so good calibre of play for the combined affiliated states.
Good run there from Kaponga. He's wrapped up just short of halfway. Out of dummy half goes Aston, gives the ball away to Missy. Big lump of a lad, Tui Missy. Inside the 40. We go to the lock forward, Crotty. Out the back it goes, and Proudler's been grabbed by Langbridge. Still wrestling in the tackle, Proudler. And eventually he'll play it on the 40. Last tackle. Goes back to Kaponga, he spilled it. And the referee says there's a knock on there, so we'll have a scrum. 45 out from the Rebels try line.
We saw Bjorn Crotty going to the line before with some support runners in the third, and he's going to be one to watch. He's played in 3 grand finals in a row winning grand finals in a row for the Fremantle Roosters over in WA. This affiliated state side made up with players obviously from WA, Victoria, and a couple from the NT as well. So a bit of a spread, and you can see them trying to gel with each other. But Crotty certainly one to watch.
Cameron King gets the offload. Play on here. And the Rebels will play it just inside the affiliate states territory. Nash Burst with a good run here, backing up well. Harry O'Brien, lovely ball, but it's been picked up here, but it's a little bit of a forward there. And we'll come back and have a scrum just inside the 20. The pass looked all right. It must have been deflected forward there.
Yeah, I think it was a bat on. Certainly looks like the Rebels not afraid to chance their hand. I wonder if that's some instruction from Coach Matt Lantry early in the set.
Certainly got an eye tester for us tonight, trying to pick these numbers on the Rebels jerseys. Fortunate
probably that we know a couple of the frames of the players and the hair and those sorts of things that we can pick out. A few of them, like the likes of Cameron King and also Langbridge, his hair stands out, makes it a bit easier for us.
Good run here from Adam Hall. Interesting, the two prop forwards here for the affiliate states. They got the mullets happening.
I believe Adam Hall's actually known as the flying mullet from Humpty Doo. I've been tipped off, so he calls himself.
Here's the other mullet in Joshua Benjamin. He'll play this just over the 40. Aston at dummy half. He's a lock forward Crotty. Spinning in the tackle and brought down on halfway. They come out at this left-hand side. And from dummy half goes Aston. Last tackle. Stringer at dummy half. It goes back to Prowler. He puts this higher. There's runners coming through. The winger was back for you. And he comes in and takes a good catch. Got to be careful over there on that far side, close to the sideline, but he'll play that probably about a metre in from the touchline as Barker goes for a little run from dummy half.
Great to see some of these young Rebels players, as we've been discussing before, the majority of them in their early 20s still, with the junior representative side here, so good to see some of the standout players from the season getting a little bit of reward, Paul, wearing the representative colours of Newcastle.
Yeah, it's good to see. A lot of not the usual suspects you'd see in the Rebels team for locals around Newcastle. It's good to see a few of these younger blokes having a go as they get down the short side. It's gone into touch. The pass from O'Brien just went a bit forward, and Van Dartel, if it was a nice pass, he had a bit of space on the outside, but unfortunately he's gone into touch, and we'll have a scrum on the 40.
As we touched on, this affiliated states side selected from the affiliated states championship. The 4 teams involved in that, the WA side and Victoria were the 2 dominant sides, and both represented heavily the NT with a couple of players, Adam Hall, one that we touched on before, and Ethan Schober, who's on the bench. So certainly good for those players in the non-traditional rugby league strongholds to get some opportunities to come and take on the stronger rugby league competitions in some representative football.
So the affiliated states, I should say, bring this out of their own territory. Pretty even first 5 minutes of this contest. Missy will play this just short of the 40. Aspen at dummy half. Here's Crotty. Goes out the back. It's supposed to go to Prowler, but in fact it's gone to Benjamin. Quick hands here. There's a chance here down the sideline, but the defence is there and Chang's wrapped up and the Rebels try to push him out. There's Benjamin, again with another hit up in this set of 6. Last tackle for the affiliate states. And Prowler has the kick and he puts this high. It's a tester here for O'Brien as he puts the mouth guard back in. Thought he was going to run into the upright there, but he'll come back out for the 20.
Yeah, he's getting plenty of height and certainly trying to test out O'Brien early here, Prowler.
So Malu for you, the first carry for the Rebels. Reed Alchin from the Curry Bulldogs. He'll play this just short of the 40. Lawrence in at dummy half. And Ryan Glanville playing the lock forward position today. He's been a regular for South at 5'8". And he's going to have a crack at the number 13 today as Barker gets on the outside here looking for a runner. He's brought down. Good defence out wide. I think that was Talani who made the tackle. They go through the hands. And straight at the middle goes King. In fact, it's Bobby Tracy. I'm not sure how I got those two mixed up, but different frameworks.
Very different frames.
Lawrence out of dummy half quickly. Looks for a runner. He finds King now. King's trying to brush away. Gets a pass back to Lawrence. Has gone to ground. Picked up by Birch. There's a chance out here wide for the Rebels. They're still going wrestling. We'll wait to see what the referee's going to call here. I think he likes it. I think we've got the first try of the evening, and we do. Now, your guess is as good as mine who scored that on that far side. These numbers are horrible, but...
Might wait and see if the dulcet tones of our ground announcer, Tony Delaney, picked that out a little better than we did. It all came off the back of that strong run from Bobby Tracy, though, and interesting couple of players you noted in that run, Tracy and Glanville, two sons of Knight's connections from way back, and Glanville obviously in the number made famous by his old man Mark with 13 today.
So the first point's on the board for the Rebels. And I think the ground announcers are even finding it tough to find out who scored that.
Newcastle Rebels will identify the try scorer, bring it to you.
You'd expect out on that edge of either the centre or the second rower, so we might be able to narrow it down to Barker or Carter.
Well, that's it. I think it might be Tyler Carter. But anyway.
Well, credit to him on Maitland turf.
So it's 4-0, and there's a question mark on the first try scorer. Nobody here on the ground knows who scored it. There's one person standing on the hill on the far side of the ground. Maybe he's got a better idea than us at this stage. But anyway, Harry Van Dardel will look to add the extras.
Interesting, Van Dardel kicking. Not normally a kicker for his club. Glanville being picked as a kicker at Souths in front of him usually. So
he strikes it nicely. It's gone across the face, so it remains 4 points to 0. Here on Bar TV Sports, representative fixture, the Newcastle Rebels for the combined affiliated states.
It's a good experience scattered across this affiliated state side. You've called Josh Benjamin's name a few times, played a good handful of years up in the Queensland Cup with both Mackay Cutters and the Capras. So great to see players of that ilk going and spreading their talents in the affiliated states competitions.
Well, just a slight hold up. We're just waiting for the football to come back. No ball boys or ball girls.
Confirmation there that it was Tyler Carter that got across for the first try of the match. Our deduction worked all right there, Paul.
Yeah. So we're back underway. Aston with a deep kick, and Bobby Tracy will bring the football back. Brought down 19 out from his own line. The ball's come loose. There for a minute there, I didn't think anyone had picked that up. I thought he was going to get away with that, Bobby Tracy. That's a mistake from the kick-off. You see it so often in football. A team scoring just switches off, and the affiliated states have an opportunity to get back.
Interesting to see what the halves combination for the affiliated states, Kaponga and Proudly, can come up with here. First real opportunity inside the red zone.
So underway, and Wilkins, the carry, he's a big, lanky centre. He's brought down 12 out centre field. You've got numbers both sides here, affiliated states. They go out to the right-hand side, but it's just the one pass to Missy. And Missy's brought down 4 out centre field. Aston waits for it at dummy half. It goes to Crotty, short ball to Hall, and the defence is there to wrap him up. Yeah, stacked to this short side. They come this way. Prowley, he's going to run. No. Good ball there, and it's popped out. Benjamin, he got hit pretty much simultaneously. As soon as he caught that ball, the defence was on him. And we'll have a scrum on the 10-metre zone.
He certainly attracted plenty of numbers, Benjamin, when he's running the ball. I might have a look to go at the back next time, I think. Start to get an overlap and 3 or 4 guys swarming on him, as you said, simultaneously with him getting the ball. But Matt Lantry will breathe a sigh of relief that they've seen off the first challenge from the affiliated states side.
So back underway, and for you, in the western suburbs, Rosellas. Year before that, he was at the Entrance Tigers. He won the Central Coast Rugby League competition just under a week ago. So 2 carries, and they're just over the 20, the Rebels. They go down the short side. Tyler Carter has been picked out there by Talani. And 3 other defenders helping out. You can see there 23, Brendan Wright is on the field for the affiliates. Bobby Tracy, he's spun around and put down on the turf here at Maitland. Just short of halfway, the Rebels. Glanville goes to Langbridge. Alchin. And the defence is there again. Wilkins and also Joshua Benjamin making the tackle. They come down the short side again. Langbridge gets the kick away and splits the fullback and the winger. Barclay's there, and he'll have his first run, I believe, of this evening. And he'll play this just short of the 30. Dane Chang wearing the number 9. A few jersey changes as the players couldn't fit in the particular jersey, so that's probably why they got the 9 on the wing. Here's a good run here from Tian Wilkins. Bit of a slow play the ball, losing momentum there. Out of dummy half goes Aston. Sorry, Chris, you were going to say something?
I was just saying Aston certainly looked like a really smart operator out of dummy half, and we saw it there. The marker's just napping a little bit, no runners available, and he decided to have a little chip himself, picked up 10 metres or so.
Well, Harry O'Brien, he just got beat by the bounce there, gets away from one and another, but he's been brought down there by Hall. Harry O'Brien from the Cessnock Goaners.
Change being made by the combined affiliated states.
Here's Cameron Anderson. Crotty wraps him up. Also Hall in the tackle again. John Toliafoa on the field for the Lakes United club. Oh, a bit of a bobble there from Glanville. He did well to hang on to it. And he is wrapped up by Benjamin Wright on the 40. They go it to the left with Birch. He steps back in his field. He's got a good little step here, Nash Birch. He's got support. He's got Barker with him. Put the glasses down. Nangara Barker's going to score. The Rebels second.
He knew he was away once he got that ball in his hands, Barker. Not too many that are going to chase him down, but he was just in cruise control all the way to dot that down.
The try of the Newcastle Rebels.
Yes, good sidestep from Nash Birch. He can step off both feet. And he opened them up there, and Nangara Barker just finishes it off nicely. And the Rebels have their second.
Already finding some holes down that right-hand edge of the combined affiliated states defence. So it'll be interesting to see if they persist down that edge. We see another change for the affiliated states. Adam Hall coming off, and R. Fook going on.
I beg your pardon?
We'll have to be careful with that one. No slips of the tongue there, Paul. No Carmichael Hunts.
So Harry Van Dardel, he'll have his second attempt. This one a bit easier, you'd say. Right in front
more
of the
confident,
sticks.
yeah. Back him in from there, surely.
You'd hope so.
I think he might get sacked for someone else if he doesn't get this one.
So both teams bringing on the changes. Ross Hadel has come on for the Rebels.
Not a name that's probably familiar to too many of the viewers. Spent most of his time through the lower grades this season. It'll be interesting to see what we can see from Ross. Obviously, Matt Lantry thinks pretty highly of him.
Van Dardel adds the extra, so it's now 10 points to 0.
Successful conversion there to the centre three-quarter, Harry Van Dardel. The Newcastle Rebels now lead 10 points to 0.
So just under 20 minutes gone in this contest. Interesting, both teams, a lot of these guys would have finished playing football. Well, some of them in some cases would have been over a month if played any footy. Certainly the case for Nangara Barker, who scored that try. Good take by O'Brien, and Toliafoa carries it back. And he's wrapped up by Tuafutai. So 2 good carries here for the Rebels in this set. They're almost up to the 40 after 3 tackles. Here's Nash Birch again, looking out with Langbridge, inside ball to Toliafoa. Bumps off one. Still wrestling in the tackle, but eventually brought down just short of halfway. Birch will kick this down towards the corner, but Chang's there waiting for it. Dane Chang will field this on the 10. He's brought down centre field. 12 out from the try line. Here's the fullback Stringer, Jordan Stringer. Good quick play the ball here for the affiliated states. Oh, solid contact there on Crotty. Crotty will play it. He goes to Prowler, linking up here with Benjamin. Here's Wilkins with it. He just flicks out the back. Could have been touched there by Van Dartel. The referee says no, it's the last tackle. Prowler plays it. Goes back to Stringer. He'll put this, it's not really a high kick, but it's a wobbly one. Bounces in no man's land, could go anywhere. It does, and there's an opportunity here, but it's been cleaned up here by Fiu. And I'll tell you what, the bounce of the ball could have gone anywhere there. And there was a few affiliated states players running in. And unfortunately, the Rebels had it. Birch in a dummy half. Van Dartel, that little goose step, runs straight into Joshua Benjamin, who didn't fall for it at all. Glanville. He does get away from Prowler, then throws the ball out wide. There's a good run here by Gregory Morris. Can't quite pick up that number.
Stringer's headed out to this wing, nursing something after that kick. He got away, got a bit of attention, and Cheng gone back to fullback.
There's a lovely ball there from Birch, but for you, almost didn't get the bounce. He's cleaned up. He's done well, actually, Malu, for you. And he runs straight into Apston, who pinches the ball. So the affiliated states get the ball back on the 30. Quick thinking there by the dummy half. There's Logan Barclay out of dummy half. So they're under a lot of pressure then, the affiliated states. They've done well to come up with the football as Ethan Schober, It's Tafuti will play it, quick play the ball. Prowler, he's got a bit of space here, throws it out the back, linking up with Stringer, finds Wilkins. And Wilkins is met there by Anderson in defence. Last tackle for the affiliated states. Prowler, he had to go back to catch that, puts it high. This one's a bit better kick. For Hughes underneath it and does well. Got a bit of space, but the defence is there up quickly. For Hughes wrapped up. 25 out from his own try line. There's Barker, a try scorer, good hit. Was on to her footy. Good run there as Birch again with a step, gets through a couple. He's got O'Brien on his outside, linking up, and Harry O'Brien is going to stroll over. And the Rebels get their third of the evening. And Nash Birch again, carving them up.
Those feet of Nash Birch, they'll put some faith in the Lakes United fans, and I hope they can hang on to him for the next couple of years. He's certainly been impressive.
So Harry O'Brien, he gets his first of the evening.
He's certainly looking impressive, those feet. He can step off both sides.
Yeah.
Birch.
Well, Lakes United, their season finished, over a month ago, and obviously Nash Birch has been doing a bit of sprint training or something. He hasn't lost anything over the last month.
He's certainly going to come into his own over the next couple of years, you'd think, with the way he's developed even across this season.
So 3 tries coming out on that left side of the field for the Rebels. And Harry Van Dartel right in front again.
So a couple more changes happening in behind the in-goal there for the combined affiliated states. The second of the NT players going on. Ethan Schober, I'm told he nicknamed himself the Big Show. That's
Big Show.
We're expecting a lot from him tonight.
It's the only show in town tonight. Thursday night footy here in Maitland.
Mm-hmm. Chance for him to show up anyway. See what he can do.
Harry Van Dartel adds the extras. So it's now 16 points to 0. The Newcastle Rebels over the combined affiliated states here at Maitland Sports Ground. Representative fixture here on Bar TV Sports. Hope you're enjoying the coverage. Even better if you're enjoying the coverage.
No surprises having a look through these team lists. The dominant teams, obviously the 2 NT representatives both coming from their minor major premiers, Litchfield Bears, and the Victorian minor major premiers, the Truganina Rabbitohs dominating. I think they've got about 5 or 6 out there, so success on the field, obviously being well rewarded in this combined affiliated state side.
So Trent Trotter is out there and he gets us underway. Birch had to wait for that ball. It was an awkward bounce. So the Rebels again bring this out of their own territory.
Just getting the update from the new Lakes United coach, Robbie Payne. Nash Birch is on the books for 2020 at Lakes, so good news for the Seagulls faithful. He's quick to let us know about that. Congratulations to Payne on that appointment. He's obviously a local boy who's been involved with Lakes for a long time and bleeds blue and gold.
So Toliafoa, Lakes United Rookie of the Year. He'll play the ball. Glanville inside the 40. It's gone over the head of Chang. He needs a nice bounce here, and Stringer's going to get one just inside and throws a speculator to Chang. I don't think he was really expecting that, but Dean Chang will play it just short of the 20. Jordan Stringer, the fullback, bent back in the tackle. So the affiliated states with Barclay up to the 30, and I guess it's a big challenge for these guys to come from all over the country and assemble a team in pretty much a couple of days.
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, they would have all got to look at each other in June and maybe play with each other, some of them in June at the affiliated states championships or against each other. And then all of a sudden to come together, 3 months later, as you said. I know the Victorian comp wrapped up a few weeks ago. The NT comp did as well. So even the teams that played in the grand final probably finished early September at best. So a few weeks off as well. Probably socialising some mad Mondays in between and whatnot. They've done well just to get out in the paddock. And the score's probably flattering Newcastle a little bit at the moment. Just no field position for the affiliated state side. They haven't looked too bad with ball in hand.
Schober throws a ball out there to Barclay, gets away from one. The defence is there. He's still going, Barclay. It's a very good run. Just inside the 30. Can the affiliated states pick up one before half-time? There's still over 13 minutes remaining in this first half. Here they go again. Kaponga out here to Prowler. Prowler inside ball to Wilkins. Gets away from one. Still going Wilkins, but the defence is there. Toliafoa wraps him up. 18 out for the Rebels try line. They come out to the left-hand side again. Prowler puts it on the toe. O'Brien's there. Does well to clean it up, but he's going to go back into the end goal. And we'll go onto the sticks for a restart.
Great kick chase there by, looks like Trotter. Was it Benjamin as well? No, not Benjamin. He's off, so Trotter probably one of the smallest out in the field since he's joined the fray. Did really well there following through.
So Party, Rudy in jersey 18, he's on the field as well for the affiliated states.
Second of the Missy brothers.
Got the restart. He goes straight to Prowler. Crotty overran it. He just waits, and now he gets the ball, and now the ball's popped out. Glanville's picked it up, and the Rebels go on the attack again. Linking up here was Van Dardel, a Lions teammate from South Newcastle, will play it on halfway. Fook making the tackle. Here's Toliafoa. Shea Fook again making the tackle. Also helping out was Apston. Glanville down the short side. Cut out ball to Van Dardel. Goes to Anderson. Anderson can't get around. He just flicks the ball back in field, and Apston's there to clean up. Proudly in at dummy half. It's Dane Chang. He's met heavily again.
Tipped in on Dane Chang by his coach, Josh Kirk, down at the Northwest Walls in Victoria. Said he likens into a Blake Ferguson style. He doesn't seem to mind the hard carries coming out of that end, so big raps.
So Ethan Schober I should say, as long as he doesn't carry on like Blake Ferguson off the field here.
Might get away with a bit more of that down in NRL Victoria. Certainly if he's hanging around with his coach down there, Kirk, he'll be doing plenty of that.
Last tackle now for the affiliated states. Goes back to Kaponga. He'll put this high. Anderson's underneath it. So Chase is coming through. And we've got a penalty here for a late hit on Marcus Kaponga. So another chance here for the affiliated states. Tian Wilkins has got the ball in his hand, and looks like James Apston is going to take the tap. No, in fact, it's Trotter. Fook will play this 15 out. Trotter at dummy half, linking up with Prowler. Prowler running with the ball, and now the ball's come loose. And so a mistake on the second tackle. Not what the coach would have been looking for.
Pushed that pass a little bit too much. He was quite keen. He had the two guys on the outside. He knew he just had to get his arm around the tackler, but couldn't quite do it.
Probably for a lot of these affiliated states players too, it's their first trip to Maitland. Not really a holiday destination place.
Yeah, no, not many people coming for a dip in the river, that's for sure.
Certainly not.
Although Henny Penny at East Maitland's a tourist attraction in its own right.
It is. So Glanville feeds the scrum. And Malu for you will take the carry and straight into Schober. So the Rebels looking for their fourth. Langbridge in at dummy half. Van Dartle with a carry. Trying to spin out of the tackle, but can't get away from Trotter. So Tuifuti also in there making the tackle. Langbridge out of dummy half quickly. Oh, he had a support runner there. Decided to hang on to the ball. Here's Birch again. Inside ball here to Carter. Looks like Connor Kirkwood's out on the field for the Rebels. Birch again, he'll put this high. This is a tester here for Stringer. Chang's also there, but Stringer does extremely well. Good take. Gregory Morris is on the field.
Good reward for Morris coming in from East Maitland and joining the Maitland Pickers this year. A standout for them. Started on the wing, moved to fullback, and really came into his own in that one jersey.
It goes to show if you play in the second division in Newcastle. He played with the East Maitland Griffins in C grade. Played in the grand final, and following year he finds himself in first grade for the Pickers. So it goes to show you can play in the lower divisions and make the step up as O'Brien takes the catch on the 20. And the affiliated states are there in numbers. And the tackle, Schober and Trotter. Nash Birch waits for it at dummy half. And Malu for you again, he's got a bit of space. He gets away from one. Wilkins there, and also Chang. He's tackled on halfway. Langbridge down the short side. Glanville cut out ball again. It's just a bit too far for Gregory Morris to catch that.
Well, they found John Taylor on the touchline there.
Well, John Taylor in open space, I reckon he would have made it. He's quicker than you and I.
Oh, that's not much of a wrap though, is it?
No.
Only chance I'm of running anywhere near his pace is if they tell me there's free beers or free pies at the canteen.
So Prowler will feed it. Inside the final 10 here of the first half of this representative fixture. As Junior Talani will play it. Adam Hall back on the field for the affiliated states. Out of dummy half goes Trotter. Pinches another 10 metres. So it goes to our Fook, but there's been a knock on at dummy half. So the affiliated states just making a few little errors here towards the back end of this first half, and it can be understandable. As I said, a lot of them haven't played footy for a while.
Impressive to see the turn of pace that Trotter had there out of dummy half. He finished runner-up over in WA in their best and fairest. The Ken Allen medal this year, just 1 point off the pace. So the only point size, but obviously throws well above his weight on a regular basis over there in the NRL WA comp.
So the Rebels, Van Dartle gets away from a couple, but he couldn't get away from Adam Hall, but he got the ball away, and Cameron King's with it now. Cameron King is wrestling for every inch here at Maitland Sports Ground. Bobby Tracy, so the two starting props are out there again for the Rebels, and likewise for the affiliated states. Cameron King again with another hitter. Runs straight into Missy. Tui Missy. Balls come loose. So we'll have another scrum. Joey Butler, who refereed the Newcastle Rugby League Grand Final a couple of weeks ago. He's in charge of this one today. He had a good game. The Grand Final a couple of weeks ago. Didn't have much to do, really.
Didn't have much to do. 36-0 to, of course, West Rosellas. Comes from Group 21 competition, just up the valley. Done a couple of first-grade Grand Finals up there as well, Joey.
Some good referees have come out of Group 21 as we're back underway. Cheng can't get away from Morris. Quick play the ball. The 18, Rudy Missy. Played on the 40. Trotter again at dummy half. Stepping in field here. Looks like it's the 14 of Fook. Gets the ball away. Trotter's with it. Looking for a runner. But there's no one there, and the defence cleans him up. Good tackle from Glanville. Also, Dom Murphy. Adam Hall runs straight. Murphy's got him down low. Centre field with Missy. Kaponga. Out the back they go. The 19's on. He makes a half break here. Through the hands. Barclay does well to catch that and went behind him. So here they go again here at the affiliated states. And O'Brien again in brilliant positioning to field that ball. And now he's going to pinch a few metres. More than a few. He's up to the 30. Good run from the go-inners fullback. Malu for you. Quick hands here. Gregory Morris. Always runs with the mouth guard out. Gregory Morris.
Makes you wonder why he bothers. Probably could have saved himself. I don't know what a mouth guard goes for these days, but a few dollars.
So Bobby Tracy will play this just short of halfway. And Bradley Sharpen is out in the field for the affiliated states in jersey 19. Harry Van Dartel looking for a bit of space. And here's Morris back on his wing. Dancing, weaving, stepping, and brought down on the 30. Dom Murphy in at dummy half. Used to seeing him in the headgear. Bobby Tracy. He's there, grabbed by Trent Trotter. And also Ethan Schober, last tackle for the Rebels. They go out to the left. Birch puts it on the toe this time. The runners are coming through. Barker's chasing it, but Barkley's there. Can he get out? Yes, he can. Good run here from Logan Barclay. He's made a couple of good carries, this winger, on the far side.
Interesting, not traditionally a winger. Plays centre over in the WA comp. His side, Rockingham, didn't make the finals, but was still named centre of the year. So we'll see a standout over there.
Ball being pinched there from Natch Birch. And the Rebels are on the attack. 10 out from the try line. Connor Kirkwood. 5 out from the try line. Here they go again, the Rebels. Tracy gets away from one. Still going, Bobby Tracy reaches out, puts the ball down, but looks like we've got a penalty for obstruction. In fact, we do.
Yeah, the lead runner went through, created a nice little tunnel for him. He tried not to take it, but he didn't have many other options, unfortunately. Bobby Tracy, when you're that close to the line, couldn't help himself. Referee Butler was more than up to nailing that one, though.
So just under 3 minutes remaining till half time. There's Eddie Prowler will boot this towards the grandstand side. And the ball's come back out on the field. The ball boys didn't have to do any work on that occasion. So Wilkins. There's 3 defenders in the tackle. Short balls there, and Adam Hall. He's been busy for the affiliated states. He's got through a lot of work. Here's a run from dummy half from Trotter. Pinches another 15 metres, and he's inside the Rebels' half. Prowler, inside ball to Hall. And now the ball's come loose. Could have been a strip, but the referee's called play on. And we'll have a scrum on the 40.
Flying Mullet letting that one fly himself. Couldn't hang on to that. Tried to appeal for the strip, but referee Butler having none of that. Just seem to have a little bit of issue with the back end of their set, the affiliated states. They get a decent roll on. Just can't either complete, and when they do, don't seem to have too many threatening options on the 4th and 5th.
Well, most of these guys probably have Monday to Friday jobs, and they get together. They've probably only had a couple of sessions working out each other's lines. Here's Ngara Barker. He's brought down just short of halfway. It's a big effort for him to come over and play. Another good run here from Malu Fiu. He's spinning in the tackle. He gets up and wants to pinch some more metres, but the referee says play the ball there. Kirkwood. Trotter with the tackle, also Hall. So the Rebels, can they get one more before half time? Glanville, nice ball there to Van Dartle, but he's been cleaned up by Dane Chang. Good ball and all tackle. They come down the short side again, O'Brien. Murphy just overran him a little bit there. And Cheng, who made the previous tackle, makes another one. Last one for the Rebels. Langbridge, a cross kick. This is a tester for Barclay. Barker's coming through. The ball's loose. Barker's dived on it. But the referee says we'll have a knock on. And that's all she wrote for the first half. It's the Newcastle Rebels leading the combined affiliated states 16 points to 0. Chris, what did you make of the first half?
Oh, look, as I said just before, the affiliated states don't look like they're too far out of it. Score probably flooded the Rebels a bit. They've really executed their chances on those 4th and 5th, and when they've made those line breaks, the affiliated states just not capitalising on the couple of chances they've had down that end. I'm sure their coach will have a bit of a chat to them at half time, and hopefully they can come out and put the first points on the board. We might get a bit of an arm wrestle on our hands.
Well, we'll take a quick break here on Bar TV Sports, and we'll come back with the second half of this representative fixture between the Newcastle Rebels and the combined affiliated states. At the moment, it's the home side leading 16 points to 0. Welcome back to Maitland Sports Ground.
Please welcome back to the second half of home side.
The affiliated states with a bit of work to do. And behind on the scoreboard, 16 points to nil. Newcastle Rebels, the 3 try scorers. And Harry Van Dartel's got the 2 goals. Ngara Barker a try. Tyler Carter got the first one. Harry O'Brien got the third. So we're set for an interesting second half. Paul Arundel and Chris McPherson in commentary for this one. Can the affiliated states come back, Chris?
I think they're going to have their work cut out for them. We've seen some moments of brilliance. I think, unfortunately for them, the 2 best players so far that I've probably picked out for them have been their hooker and their bench hooker. So maybe they need to find a spot out there for both of them, and that might spark them into life. But hopefully they can at least get across to the first try and make a bit of a contest of it.
Good catch that from Glanville. And Bobby Tracy also does well in the end. Bit of a fumble. It's quite... I wouldn't say it's cold conditions here at Maitland. It might be a bit greasy out there on the field here at Maitland now. It might be a little bit of a dew.
I think the temperature's dropped off certainly from what we experienced this afternoon here in the early 30s. You start to see that dew come in pretty quickly, as you say. Might throw a cat amongst the pigeons in this second half.
So Reid Alchin will play it. John Toliafoa will have a carry, and he's brought down on the 40. Nick Lawrence is still out there. He goes back to Nat Bursch. Gets the kick down, and Cheng will field it. And Nash Birch there with a tackle as well. He'll play this on the 30. It's the 19. Bradley Sharpen has a carry. The affiliated states just hoping to get through their set here. As Barkley, quick play, the ball trotter out of dummy half quickly. Unfortunately, there was no support. He had Missy on the inside. He just ran away from him just a little bit. Sharpen will wait for it at dummy half. They go out to the left-hand side. It's the 14. Fook. Still going. It's a good run from Shea Fook. Last tackle for the affiliated states. Kaponga put this on the toe towards Barkley's corner, but it's gone into touch. And we'll have a scrum, 15 out from the Rebels try line.
They might be happy with that, the affiliated states side. Just an opportunity to take a little bit of a breather. You can see certainly at the end of that first half, the fitness of the Rebels side showing through. A bit of a difference. Obviously, the majority of the Rebels players probably classed as semi-professional, whereas a lot of these guys from the affiliated states would be playing their local club footy for the love of the game.
So they're just having trouble, just trying to pack the scrum. I think we've got 3 back rolls and we're underway.
Close enough is good enough for the scrum these days, isn't it?
So Cameron King, I do have an idea for scrums when I don't bring it up here. Used to be all about bringing the backs into play, and anyway, the Rebels will bring this out with Van Dartel. Hall was out of the line quickly, and he's been absolutely monstered by Messi as well. Van Dartel will think again about doing that. And Tracy. So maybe the coach has said to the affiliated states to put a bit of mongrel in the defence in this second term. As Glanville gets the kick away. It's the 19, Sharpen. Seems to be played everywhere, Bradley Sharpen. And a bit of dummy half. Now he finds himself at fullback.
The winger by trade over in the WA comp. Told nickname Mr. Reliable over there. Just a solid player that can fill in pretty much anywhere, but standardly plays on the wing.
So they go to the left-hand side. Oh, big hit. Is that Harry Van Dartel?
Getting one back after the work put on him previously.
Adam Hall. Still with it now. Trotter running across field, looking for support. He finds it now. Good ball there from Schober. Barkley's got a bit of space, but Birch is coming across. Tyler Carter's got him. He'll play the ball just inside the 30. Fook goes out the back to Prowler. Nice flat ball to Hall. Bumps away from the Reid tackle. Reid Alchin comes again, and Wraps him up inside the 20. The affiliated states. What have they got in this last play? They go down the short side through Proudly. Puts it on the boot. But O'Brien's there again. Harry O'Brien will now pinch a couple more metres. Gets through a couple of tackles and brought down on the 20. And
standing at the back. O'Brien been outstanding at the back there, Paul. Hasn't made a mistake so far tonight.
Yeah, he's one of the go-inners best in the losing side of the grand final. It's Nangara Barker. Strong season for the Kurri Bulldogs. He'll play this on the 40. Tracy, quick hands here to Toliafoa. Shows a bit of pace, the big front rower. Numbers out to the right-hand side. They go that way. They come back inside with Rude Ouch, and the ball's come loose. It's been picked up here. Shea Fook's got it, and he'll play this inside the Rebels territory. A full set of 6 here. There's Cheng. Palms away from one, still going, gets away from a couple more. Good run here from Dane Cheng. And he palmed off the same bloke about 4 times then. And now they've got to slow play the ball, so that doesn't help the affiliated states cause. There's Missy. It's Rudy Missy. They come out to this right-hand side. A Fook out the back to Kaponga. Now Ponga steps inside, gets the ball away. Shober's got it, but Barker's got him. Now the ball's on the ground. Fiu's got to go back for it. It was towed ahead there by Sharpen, but the referee says we'll play a knock-on.
Just can't seem to get things to stick when they do go wide. Affiliated state side. They look good when they go up through the middle, making reasonable metres. Their front row rotation doing very well for them, but it seems when they try to go that little bit wider, push that pass, they can't quite get it to hit the mark. So they figured out the count to 6 and the standard formation of a scrum this time round.
So back on the way, and Malu Fiu. He'll play this just over the 30. They go out to the right-hand side, centre field with Cameron King. 3 affiliated states there to make the tackle. The ball's come out the back. Van Dartel's there to clean up. Gets away from one, but can't get away from a great shot there from Shea Fook. And Van Dartel, he's slow to get up here.
An absolute textbook tackle, that one, right around the midriff. Well, Harry Van Dartel's copped a bit of a battering so far in this second half.
In fact, it was Feitu Tuafuti who put the hit on. And now Bobby Tracy spilt the ball and Trotter's there to clean it up. So the affiliated states have been camped down here for a while. They need to come up with some points here. As Tuafuti plays the ball. And Crotty back out there on the field. And they're 12 metres out from the try line. They're stacked down this short side, but they go out to the left. Eddie Prowler runs across, looks for a runner. He finds Wilkin, who steps back in field. Straightens up now, Wilkins. It's a good run. He's going to be brought down just a metre short. The ball's come loose. And we've got a knock on. So just letting the affiliated states down at the moment.
Yeah, interesting to see just in the middle of that set. They made a change. We talked about it just before. Aspen, who started at hookers, come on at 5'8" for Kaponga. So it'll be interesting to see if that might be able to spark their attack, hopefully, for the affiliated states. A little bit scrappy in recent minutes. No one really being able to complete their sets.
So the scrum will pack on the 10. And the Rebels will bring this out through Barker, who throws it here to Fiu. Fiu's got a bit of space. Now if he can keep his footing here. No, he's been grabbed. Aspen got him. I'd love to see Malu Fiu get into space then, but just lost his footing there just a little bit. It was brought down. So Bursch is with it. Gives it to Glanville. He finds King. And King's been tackled there by Prowler and also Chang. And a dummy half. Good run here from Lawrence, looking for support. Toliafoa was there, but just couldn't get the arm free. Good quick play of the ball, and the Rebels are still on the attack. Ouchin's with it. Ouchin, lovely ball here. We're going to try to the Rebels. Harry Van Dartel, I think, is the man who scored. Reed Ouchin threw a lovely pass.
Some trademark Reed Alchin there, isn't it? Going to the line, getting that arm free. Van Dartel sniffing about. Traditionally plays a bit of fullback. And, or has done over the years, and showed that sort of nous and popped up in support.
The try of the Newcastle Rebels will score by number 4, Harry Van Dartel.
Just confirming it was Harry Van Dartel who scored.
Now leading 20 points to 0 with a kick to come.
Maybe we'll have to send one of the water boys out there just to let the Rebel boys know that if you score a try, put your hand up so we know who's done it.
So say in the old days it'd be turn around and put you back to camera, but I don't know if we'd still be able to pick it up if they're too far away. It's all right if it's on this side of the ground.
We already gave someone a bit of stick at half time about the jerseys. Won't mention any names, but these jerseys are right up there with the Japanese rugby league team from the emerging nations last year. Black numbers on black jerseys.
You normally wouldn't think it is too difficult, but it only takes a little bit of a clash, as we found out. An approval for a front of a jersey, not a back, and assuming that the back was going to be a different colour, and all of a sudden you've got a clash that's hard to make out for punters and commentators alike. But luckily it's just a one-off rep jersey and not a week-in, week-out club jersey for us.
It wouldn't be rugby league without having a bit of a whinge about something. Like, tonight's game has been perfect, except the numbers. Yeah,
that's it. We can't whinge about the match officials tonight, that's for sure. They've been excellent. So the numbers it'll have to be.
A lovely strike that from Harry Van Dartel. He converts his own try, so it's now 22 points to 0. The Rebels over the combined affiliate states. Hope you enjoying the coverage here on Bar TV Sports. The home of grassroots sports.
Over the combined affiliated states.
A couple more changes for the affiliated states. See Benjamin and Stringer return to the field. Benjamin probably one of the pick of them for the first half, so look forward to seeing him get through some more work.
The restart. Glanville does well to sprint in and take it. Cameron King now with a good solid run. Bjorn Crotty bounced off him but come again and wraps the big front rower from South Newcastle up. John Toliafoa. Trotter and Schober in there to make the tackle. Two small men on the big fella from Lakes United. Birch, lovely ball here to Barker. He's got a bit of space. He's stepping and weaving Barker. Good run over halfway. Still going Ngara Barker. Now he links up with support. Now they're going from one side of the field to the other. Van Dartel. Van Dartel, he's looking for another one. Gets away. He's still going Van Dartel. This is a great run from Harry Van Dartel. He does a dummy flick pass there for a moment. And Crotty's got him. 10 metres out from the line. Glanville's with it. Glanville shapes the pass, cuts back into the field. Got the flick pass away here. I think it's Van Dartel's brought down again. He's everywhere at the moment, Harry Van Dartel. They go down the short side, come back in field to Reed Alchin, who spins off a couple of tackles. He's wrapped up 4 metres out from the try line. Last tackle for Newcastle. Bit of a slow play the ball. It goes back to Birch. Birch puts it on the toe. There's runners coming through. Barker got checked, but just needing the bounce was Harry O'Brien. And the referee's going to call a penalty here. Offside in front of the kick of the call.
Looked way too easy, didn't it?
Yeah.
You know, when they say it looks too good to be true, it usually is.
Well, I wonder what Ngara Barker was doing. It was almost like, no, you can score this one. That's why he was ruled offside. Anyway, the affiliated states, they dodge a bullet there. Barclay will take the first carry. Logan Barclay. Schrober, I should say Schober. There's no R in there. Trent Trotter in at dummy half. There's Proudler linking up here with the 15, Benjamin. Benjamin gets through, but Glanville comes from behind and wraps him up. Good run that from Joshua Benjamin. Proudler in at dummy half. He's looking for a runner. He finds Crotty. Crotty bounces away from one, flicks it out the back. And Trotter's with it, and he'll be wrapped up. 25 out from the try line. They go to the left-hand side. Proudler will put this high into the corner. Morris is underneath it, but O'Brien wins the jump. And Joshua Benjamin cleans him up. So the Rebels now bring this out of their own line, and Harry Van Dartel runs straight into the 23. Brendan Wright in the headgear. Still wrestling in the tackle. So Fook helps out right with that tackle. And we go through the hands again as Gregory Morris steps inside. Gregory Morris, he's got a bit of pace on him. Well, he went to put it on the toe. And Shea Fook comes across and cleans up the boots of Gregory Morris. And in the end, we have a big air swing.
Great cover defence there from one of the forwards in our Fook. He's been strong in contact and then show that he can cover some ground as well to get across and help out there. They're in a little bit of trouble with Morris. I think if he got that on the toe, Fiu might have been away on the outside.
So the scrum will pack 45 out from the Rebels try line. 4 tries for the Rebels, 3 in the first half. Affiliated States still looking for their first of the afternoon, or the evening I should say. Here's Wilkin. There's the ball out here, got a bit of space here. Wrapped up on that far side. Looks like it's jersey 15, Benjamin. Here's miss. Oh, good hit there again. Still hitting. And now Wilkins has spilt the ball.
Neither side treating this as a friendly game, that's for sure. Plenty of intent behind some of the shots that we're seeing tonight.
Now and then, I think sometimes the intensity drops and the message goes out from the trainers and it lifts again. There'll be a few sore bodies Friday morning.
So they've got a long weekend to recover, certainly the local boys. I don't know how some of these affiliated states boys are going to. They're backing up on Saturday night, I believe, down at St Mary's against the combined States Police Force side.
That'd be an interesting clash.
You wouldn't want to put too big of a shot on out there. You might find yourself in cuffs afterwards.
Taliafoa. Trotter not shy and coming forward. One of the smallest men out in the field. Helped to bring Taliafoa down. Nice wedgie there on Hadel as he plays the ball. He's Western Suburbs Rosella's undies there. Here's Reed Ouchin. Good run again from Reed Ouchin. Tuafati making the tackle. And they go down the short side here. Harry O'Brien will play it 30 up. The affiliated states lines. Glanville, little inside kick here. Morris is chasing after it. The ball's come loose. Gregory Morris is just playing anywhere. 1 minute he's on the left side, and next he pops up on the right.
Speaking of that, interesting, we see one of the forwards come off. I think it might be Alchin come off and Cam Anderson go on. So Matt Lantry starting to shuffle things around a bit and throw some guys in some different spots by the look of it.
Matt Lantry getting used to the facilities here at Maitland Sports Ground. He'll be the coach of the Pickers in 2020.
Certainly a little bit more modern than his surroundings the last couple of years over at Harker Oval, a classic ground here in Newcastle Rugby League, but not as modern as this facility here up at Maitland.
So Birch is with it, finds Barker. And Barker picked up a try in the first half. And he's been made to play the ball 10 out from the try line. Cameron Anderson at dummy half. Oh, good pick up there from Dom Murphy. And they'll play it again on the 10. Lawrence out of dummy half. Glanville inside ball here. There's a chance here for Hadel. Played a metre short of the try line. They come out to this left-hand side. Murphy, he got a bugger of a ball. Somehow picks it up cleanly and scores. So try to Dom Murphy. So Dom Murphy gets the try. Trying to do sign language through a window for the ground announcer as well. We're all helping each other out today the best we can.
Dom Murphy there looked like he's warming up for the cricket season ahead. Paul, a couple of good catches in that set.
Well, obviously my sign language doesn't work too well. Dom Murphy, definitely the try scorer. As Greg Morris's hair's grown in the last half for now. So Harry Van Dardel will look to add the extras.
Correction, the try scorer was the number 16, Dom Murphy, for Newcastle Rebels.
So not a bad crowds turned up Thursday night here in Maitland. We only got word less than 24 hours ago that was a rep game on in town on Thursday night.
Yes, of course, one of the last tastes of football until we all get our withdrawal symptoms through the next 4 or 5 months until it kicks off again next year. Good to see for midweek a good solid crowd turning out here at Maitland.
So Harry Van Dartel just to the left of the uprights and strikes it nicely. So 28 points to nil. The Rebels now lead the combined affiliate states.
Harry Van Dartel for the Newcastle Rebels.
Yeah, what big day Sunday's going to be, Chris?
Over the combined affiliate.
Certainly will be. I'm certainly looking forward as a lime green tragic to getting down there. It'll be a belter of a game, and good to see a slight Newcastle flavour in the match officials as well. I see Ben Teague, one of the local former first grade referees, touch judging the state championship game, and Nick Bichel on the NRL touchline.
Well, Anderson's just let that go, and we'll have a line drop out, so that's another mistake after a try. It's twice now for the Rebels, but when you're 28 in front, I don't think the coach will be too worried. Yeah, my day might start at 5:30 to watch the Toronto Wolfpack win through to Super League.
That'd be some story, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I've just upset all the Featherstone Rovers supporters. We're back underway. Eddie Proudler will field it and give it to Adam Hall. Bumping out of tackles, but eventually he's brought down. Well, stopped at least. Been a handful for the Rebels. He's tried hard, as to this man, Joshua Benjamin. And he's dropped the ball. You give a man a rap, and that's what happens.
You touch on Adam Hall there. A little surprise, having dealt with the NT Rugby League, a little surprised not to see a few more of their players picked. I was tipped off when I was sort of doing a bit of research into this game that there was a couple of guys, including one who's got a bit of a Newcastle connection, former South Newcastle player Carl Young, who thought he was a bit stiff not to be in this side, but great to see a couple of the NT boys representing what's probably not a rugby league traditional stronghold.
I guess it would be hard. A lot of guys have got work commitments or they're gone away. The footy season's finished. Have gone on an end-of-season trip or something.
It's certainly hard. I mean, these guys would have come down, I'm going to guess, probably Tuesday. They would have flown in here.
Well, Bobby Tracy just tripped a little bit as he went to take the ball, and then for his trouble, copped one around the chops.
Yeah, so Tuesday, by the time they get back, it's probably Monday or Tuesday. It's a whole week out of work, especially when they've already had time off to go to the Affiliated States Championship. You've got to, A, have the leave up your sleeve, B, have the affordability, and C, have an understanding boss. Not the easiest.
Then find your way to Newcastle.
Picturesque Maitland Sports Ground on a Thursday night.
Yeah. Now it's good to see the combined affiliates having a dig tonight. They struggle to find opposition. And the Rebels put their hand up, which is good to see. They go through the hands again, quick hands it is, and a bit of space out here with Gregory Morris, just throws it back in field. They're still alive here, the Rebels on that far side.
Harlem Globetrotter stuff there from Morris.
They're in the same colours. There's the Glanville. Glanville fires it out the back to Birch. He steps in field and he's brought down on the 10, centre field. Numbers both sides here. They go centre field. Lawrence, he's met heavily there. The last tackle, 5 out. Glanville waits for it at dummy half. Goes to O'Brien, who puts it on the toe. There's runners coming through. And Gregory Morris is the man with the football. And he'll score the 6th try of the evening. Gregory Morris from the Maitland Pickers.
Just picked the pocket there of the winger for the Affiliated States. I think he thought he was pretty safe underneath that ball, and all of a sudden Morris just came flying through the air and did what we know he can do. He's a fair athlete, Greg Morris, and got plenty of career, at least at local first grade level, ahead of him, I think.
So Gregory Morris, as I said, Maitland Pickers fullback. He's been popping up everywhere this second half for the Rebels, and gets rewarded with a good try.
His coach tonight will certainly be hoping that he's on board for the Pickers again next year, I think. As I said, a good find, and a few of these guys tonight have been real finds of the season. Morris probably up there amongst it, alongside Nick Lawrence as well from Cessnock. So
number 14 was Greg Morris.
Jersey numbers sound like they're playing havoc with our ground announcer, Tony Delaney, tonight.
It's not the best lit facility either. It is very hard in the shadows. So recently renovated Maitland Sports Ground, but forgot about the lights.
Well, it was a big issue in itself with the recent FFA Cup fixture, wasn't it? So they had to get some portable stuff set up and different options looked at.
That ball just going across the face, so it remains 32 points to nil. The Rebels in front of the combined affiliate states.
Nice that we can see the affiliated states side get across for a meat pie for their efforts. They've toiled hard today. Score probably flattering the Newcastle side a little bit. They've just been able to execute when they've got into that red zone a little bit better.
So inside about 15 minutes remaining here in this representative fixture. So back underway. And Bobby Tracy will take this carry. It's a good carry, in fact, over the 20. And Brendan Wright just come out of that a bit groggy there for a moment, but he did well to get back up into second marker. Here's Kirkwood. Wrapped up by Benjamin and also a Fook. Ryan Glanville. He's been tackled there by Absent. And the referee's just called time off for a moment as Brendan Wright comes from the field. And the replacement in jersey 18 is Apati Rudy Missy. So Wright will be just checked out by the doctors after that collision with Tracy. Here's Cameron King. 3 affiliated states players to bring him down. Harry O'Brien playing a bit of first receiver this last 10 minutes. Excuse me as I just swallow a bug. Wouldn't be spring without the moths being out. I'm not talking about my wallet. Out of dummy half goes the number 19, Bradley Sharpen. Good carry that. Up to halfway. Benjamin, short ball to a Fook. Shea Fook brought down. 36 out from the Rebels try line. Can they get a try? Prowler. Quick hands here. Wilkins is with it. There's 4 Rebels in there to make the tackle to bring Tian Wilkins down. Benjamin to Hall. Hall still dragging defenders. Eventually he's brought down. 15 out, last tackle. They're set deep here to the right. Barkley's moving up for the kick. Crotty, out the back it goes here. They put on the toes Apston. Barkley's underneath it and it's just been battered. It's gone in field here. Fook's underneath it. But the referee's going to call a knock on. I think Barkley just knocked that forward. And we'll have a handover.
A little bit more promising attack there from the affiliated states side. Coming a little bit too late, I think, unfortunately, but good to see them chancing their hand a bit more and really creating a contest on that kick.
So, can you help me out with this, Chris? Affiliated states, we've got Victoria, West Australia, Northern Territory,
South Australia.
South Australia.
Yeah, Tasmania don't enter a team in the affiliated states competition, haven't for a number of years. I know over recent years, South Australia have at different times battled a little bit to get their side together. But yeah, they play an annual tournament usually on the June long weekend between the 4 sides. Victoria broke WA stronghold this year. Funnily enough, it was actually Jordan Stringer, the fullback tonight, who's transferred over from Fremantle to the Truganina Rabbitohs and was one of the key players for Victoria this year, leading them to victory.
Just got a knock on from the Rebels, and the affiliated states will have another opportunity. The question is, though, where does the sky blue come from? That's New South Wales. They're not represented in
you
the
can't
affiliated
have
states.
ochre, you can't have navy, you can't have yellow, you can't have white, blue, red or yellow because that's South Australia's colours. So that's pretty much ruled out every colour but black, I think. And yeah, I don't know. Probably the same place those red numbers came from.
Send us a message on Facebook if you know the answer why the affiliated states are in sky blue.
Yeah, I know there's plenty of attention from, I know there's some of the boys in Victoria and NT watching tonight. So.
He's absent. Quick ball to Stringer, and Malu for you. Come out of the line, and he's just cleaned up Jordan Stringer. After he's made the tackle, he just checks on young Stringer to make sure he's okay. The trainers are out there.
Seafield almost tried to pull out of that, but he was just too far committed, shot in off his wing.
So he might have a little hold up here. Just over 10 minutes remaining. Well, I can think of the old Harlequins at the other rugby code. Their jersey has 4 or 5 different colours in it, so maybe they could go down that line.
Yeah, I think previously they've worn yellow with a green V, but I don't know whether they've moved away from that for any particular reason. You can see there's some tones of all the different colours in the front of the jersey and a bit of a rainbow arrangement on it and on the sides of the shorts. So, who knows, someone let a graphic designer loose maybe.
I'm available. bartvsports.com.au.
Must have seen some of your mock-ups for some of the local sides here. I saw a nice one for, I think it was Cardiff you did earlier in the year.
Yeah, the Mighty Cobras.
Your local side?
Well,
sort of.
they are my local side, but I'm a Glendale
geographically,
at heart.
yeah. Interesting to see some big names out here today. We've got former North Sydney Bear Nigel Roy, the head of the NRL NT, Tony Archer, former NRL referee, general manager of the Newcastle Rugby League. That might not be his title. Adam Devchich, also a former NRL referee. So
yeah,
floating around. Who's who?
Yeah.
And then of course yourself and I.
How can you compete? We'll be signing autographs down at the local pub later on.
Yeah. It'll cost you a schooner.
Yeah. So Jordan Stringer, he's just still receiving attention. See him just moving around a little bit, helped up. It's a good sign. Maybe just had the wind knocked out of him a little bit, so yeah, could be the end of his evening. He's played well, the fullback.
So the Northwest Wolves representative Chang re-enter the field.
So the scrum will pack 15 out from the Rebels try line. It will be a Rebels feed. A hush has come over Maitland Sports Ground. You hear something rattling in the background. Sounds like someone's walking around with a ball and chain. It's Connor Kirkwood.
But it's a cowbell from one of the local paddocks.
It could be. As long as it's not a bull, we're in trouble. Could have the running of the bulls at Maitland Sports Ground. Cameron King. Wrapped up there by a Fook and also Benjamin. There's Lawrence out of dummy half. And the ball could have been pinched there. It has been pinched, in fact. To a footy. The man gets a steal. A Fook. The 25 out, the affiliated states. Can they pick up some points here? There's Missy. Good carry, good strong run here from Rudy. Missy gets the ball away. It's been touched here, and we'll have a scrum. Unlucky there. If we could get that ball away cleanly, Trent Trotter could have had some points. But they're still alive here. They'll have a full set of 6, the affiliated states. Very quiet here. The ghosts of Maitland Sports Ground are out at the moment. No one knows what that rattling is.
No.
All we need is the fog to settle in. And we're back underway is Wilkins. Wilkins tries to get around his opposite number. He's been brought down. And the ball's come loose. And it's just the story of the evening for the affiliated states. It just can't hang on to the ball.
No, just that last little bit we've talked about. Each time they seem to go wide, it goes awry. As we touched on before, it's got to be quite difficult for these guys, literally coming from opposite sides, corners and edges of the country.
Yeah, they've done a great effort really to turn up at short notice. I shouldn't say short notice, it's been organised for a while, but I guess the hardest thing is just trying to get 17 blokes or 18 blokes to make the trip. And a few more games like this, if they can make it a regular contest, they'll improve, no doubt. Cameron King, straight into a Fook again. Gets the ball away. Lawrence has got it. Looking for support. He's been cleaned up there by Apston. Birch in at dummy half now. Apston again. Cleans him up. Also helping out with Schober. Harry O'Brien again at first receiver. Out the back. Wild pass there to Cameron Anderson. Anderson can't get around Kaponga. He'll play it just short of halfway. Tyler Carter, we believe, who scored the first try of the evening. Last tackle for the Rebels. Down the short side they go. O'Brien puts a little chip over the top. Can he get the bounce? Well, he's towed it through here. There's plenty of Rebels there chasing after it. We'll wait and see what the referee's going to call here. I think he likes it. We've got another try. And Chris, your guess is as good as mine who scored that.
I think it might have been Van Dardel. But there's a bit of confusion, so...
Well, I'm giving up on the sign language with the announcer's box next to us. Maybe
just start awarding them out of a hat.
Yeah.
Newcastle Rebels now 36, leading the combined affiliated states nil.
Interesting, as you say, we've seen Harry O'Brien go into that halves playmaking role a little bit more now. Not his traditional role so far this year, the Goannas. I mean, they've got a plethora of halves up there, but with the likes of Scott Briggs and Paul Carter, obviously. Just to name a couple.
So 36-0 now the Rebels lead. It's been a good final hit out for a lot of these guys. Sure, after this they can rest up. Maybe a few of them turn to cricket in the off-season. So Greg Morris will look to add the extras. Nice low kick. It's over the sticks.
And a successful conversion.
So it's now 38 points to nil. Newcastle Rebels lead the combined affiliated states here at Maitland Sports Ground.
Rebels now extend their lead 38 points to nil over the combined affiliated states.
As you say, it'd be good to see if we can hopefully see this become annual or biannual fixture.
Yeah.
I mean, good opportunity too for some of these players maybe to put themselves in the shop window for some of the sides over here as well. To give them that opportunity to take on a semi-paid playing career.
Yeah, just what the local comp needs to buy more players. So anyway, they go out to the right-hand side. O'Brien. Here's Carter again. Been busy, Tyler Carter. Trying to impress his new coach for 2020. Tyler Carter with a good break. The ball's just gone loose, gone to ground. We'll have a scrum back near the 40 as we're inside the final 5 minutes here at this representative fixture.
Certainly more of a turn of pace than I'm accustomed to seeing from Tyler Carter. He thought he might have tried to back himself, but just decided to hit the outside man.
Join us for the after-match presentation, which will get underway at the completion of today's fixture.
Either side in a real rush now with about 3 minutes to go.
So the scrum packs, the affiliated states with a kick from Prowler. Can he get the bounce? Anderson's back there. Anderson gets a nice bounce to clean up. He can't get away there from Sharpham. So they're trying things. That's the main thing for the combined affiliated states. I called them Cass earlier. I thought I was getting confused with Castleford in the north of England. So Toliafoa, he did well there. He was juggling that ball as he got hit. And somehow maybe the ball bounced back into him. Cameron King bounces out of one but can't get away from Rudy Messi. Trotter also in there to help out with the tackle. Down the short side they go, Birch, Barker, no look pass. Figue's there to clean it up, but goes into touch. And we'll have another scrum.
Starting a little bit scrappy as the fatigue kicks in. As you say, a lot of these boys, both sides, would have gone multiple weeks without a game and probably a training session and probably plenty of other activities that probably haven't helped the fitness.
I think that's fair to say they've had enough too now, both sides, and they're just trying to get through this last couple of minutes, not getting injured as well.
Yes, as we said, especially a concern the affiliated states boys having to back up in 48 hours down at St Mary's.
Joshua Benjamin brought down just short of halfway. Out of dummy half quickly was Kaponga. Linking up here with Cheng. Trying to get the steal there, Ryan Glanville. Now the ball's come loose and the referee's going to call another knock on.
Cheng just looking to rush that play the ball. He's tried to appeal for it, but he's dropped it over his own shoulder. To say the match officials, we touched on them earlier. Joey Butler, Billy Greatbatch and John Taylor, the same officials that did look after the real NRL Grand Final. Done a nice job, been very inconspicuous. There's only been 1 or 2 penalties and they just let the game flow. So that's what all you can ask from them, I suppose.
So we're inside the final minute. They're just hanging onto the ball in the scrum there. An old play. Flicked out the side here. Gregory Morris has got a bit of pace. He's going to get around. He puts the kick through. The chasers are there. He just needs a nice bounce, but he just toes it over the back, and that'll be the end of proceedings. So the Newcastle Rebels have defeated the combined affiliated states here, 38 points to 0. An impressive half by a lot of new emerging Rebels, you could say. Who impressed you the most out there, Chris?
Oh, look, if we're going to go down the traditional 3-2-1 route, I certainly think Nash Birch was a standout. He probably slowed down a little in the second half, but he was strong in the first half. A number of others, but I'll probably go with Tyler Carter for the 2. And the standout for me for the Kaz side to be Fulk. I thought he did quite well, got through a lot of work and also was strong in cover defence. So I think the Kaz side can hold their head high. Difference in class, clearly, but they didn't stop or put the cue in the rack at any point. So hopefully they can build onto that for Saturday night.
Yeah, well, hopefully they're not discouraged by this result. Hopefully they can bounce back and we can make this an annual event, or at least get the combined affiliated states a few more games against quality opposition like this. But for now, here on Bar TV Sports, Paul Arundel, Chris McPherson was signing off. And it's the Newcastle Rebels finishing up victors, 38 points to 0. We'll catch you next time.
NRL matches, also NRL Northern Territory. Mr. Justin Jordan, the manager of National Rugby League South Australia. Mr. Tony Archer, the general manager of the combined affiliated states. The man of the match for tonight, Rebels, Nick Lawrence. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to acknowledge the runners-up. Invite the captain of the microphone of the combined affiliated states, James Asman. Captain of the United States.